Hello, this is Paula Jasmine, and this is going to be a quick video blog. Today it's May 31st, 2019. I'm going to talk about things that happened recently. So this past Thursday, yesterday, I had a doctor appointment with the orthopedic doctor. As some of you has been following me on Facebook, I've been posting that I've been having some sciatica pain, and the flare-ups have gotten like bigger since 2 weeks ago. Now some people are going crazy and saying like, "Oh my gosh, it's because of wrestling," and they're forgetting every other things that I had to deal in the past year. And to me, that shows that they are not thinking everything. They are, you know, this is what I'm dealing with and what I'm experiencing. They're knowing everything that has happened to me in the past year. I have a better understanding of that. And with this video, I hope to clarify. As for right now, I'm going to be honest, I haven't gotten in the ring since I began having the symptoms 2 weeks ago. I haven't gotten in the ring and taken a bump since then. And I only got in the ring to referee a match, and I didn't take any bumps. I don't expect. I think right now wrestling is in hiatus because with this situation, I have to wait and see what happens. The doctor yesterday sent me for an MRI, which I'll be getting next Thursday, and the follow-up appointment will be on June 20. Um, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to get ahead. Just one day at a time. Um, I I can still move. Life goes on. Although I'm a little bit limited, and ibuprofen has become my new best friend. I just hope that everything just heals up eventually, and maybe I may get back in the ring again. Maybe not. Who knows? It's frustrating because wrestling is not the only thing that I do. I also am involved in theater, and I do stage combat, and I train actors how to take falls on stage and how to fight on stage. So I don't know how this is going to affect that either. Um, so I would appreciate if people are sensitive about the situation. Um, if you're going to be to post a comment of like, "Oh, I told you so," and all that kind of stuff, you know what? Save those comments. Really, please save those comments because honestly, what I decided to do with my life, it's not for you to judge. You don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me what I need to be doing. I make my decisions, and you know what? I'm willing. This part of the decisions that happen, so be it. It is what it is. So please save your decisions. Um, your concerns. Wrestling has been something that I love, and there was a reason that I returned back, mostly because I am transgender, and there was an opportunity to be part of a group called the Transgender Nation, and that was brought me back into wrestling in 2015. Now to talk a little bit about the real issue. My sciatica problems were never on the left side. Most of my sciatica problems were on the right side before before I started experiencing on the left side, and they were only on the right side. And they were never the same magnitude as it was. They were mostly I would stretch, pain would go away, and I would continue going on with my life. They went away. My sciatica problem with my right leg um, went away after um, after I began working out more. I began becoming more active, and I began I began not only I began getting more active, but I began exercising more. All that went away, and bumping became easier in the ring. My even in my personal life, lifting things became easier. So and because of that, the pain went away. Um, it still could be one of the causes, and I'm not saying that wrestling is not responsible for the problems that I'm facing. It could be a factor to the things that I'm facing. The other factor, and people may say like, "Oh my gosh, why are you saying that?" But I'm going to be honest. The other factor, and one factor that people don't take into account, is this. This happened last year at a car accident in the highway. The exit that I was taking, people usually tend to back up at that time of the day. I had to come to a complete stop in the highway. But the person behind me never saw that and continued driving towards me. I freak out, and even though I accelerated my car, I took the impact on my back. My body ended up kind of like jolting forward, and ended up hitting my knee in the dashboard, which should not have happened. And then when I came back to a position, my back ended up hitting the back of the seat. So even though I didn't feel like I didn't experience anything, you never know what could have happened. I never took X-rays. I never went to a doctor to get X-rays in any part of my body. Something that I should have done, in my opinion, but I didn't do. I still continue my life of working out and continue doing wrestling. Well, probably was not the best idea after the accident, you know. And this wasn't even going on a wrestling practice or anything like that. So this was only me getting out of work and heading my way back to home. So things like this can happen to anybody. So don't blame wrestling as all the cause of problems, because that's bullshit, you know. Anyway, so yeah, until the accident. So let me show you what the doctor said and explain a little bit. So up here, you're going to see my spine. The X-ray I was taken yesterday. This is a normal disc, according to the doctor. He can put the disc, so the disc is okay. In here, the nerves could pass by. There's a clear indication there that nerves can pass by. Here is the problem. In this vertebra here and here. This vertebra seems to be out of place, in my opinion. There's not enough space of a channel for the nerve to pass by. So probably it's pinching my nerve. And the disc is totally completely degenerated. So that's not a good disc in there. Doctor mentioned I had done surgery before on cases like this. There wasn't specific on my case. I got an MRI scheduled next week and a follow-up on the June 20. So I don't know if surgery is going to be required, but it's a possibility. So yeah, I may have surgery on my back, but it's a possibility that I could have surgery. I may not need it, but until the MRI and the doctor decision, I am not too sure about that. So don't count me on saying that I'm not going to get back surgery, because things could go a total different direction. So yeah, that's my spine in there, and that's a problem. Right now they send me to physical therapy, which will be to get the muscles in my back stronger, and if there's any surgery, that hopefully that will help keep a baseline. I've been lifting weights, so my body probably will be able to. I feel like my body will be able to handle surgery pretty well, but I don't know about that. So all in all, though I'm concerned because honestly I live single, and then the past weekend didn't help that I have to move out and I was lifting all the weights in the heavy boxes and all that kind of stuff by myself because somebody came to help. So it is what it is at this point. And then working in the factory, they were doing some stretches, and I felt like the stretches were done not in the right way. It could probably add it to me dealing with this, which is unfortunate. But as I said, I feel like this probably was the cause of the sciatica pain in the left side, and that sciatica pain started last year. I never had that before. Like I said, most of my sciatica pain was on the right side. I never had sciatica pain on the left side. So to me, having the sciatica pain on the left side was surprising last year. And I had that working at Valvoline, and I started working with them in July last year. I was experiencing that tingling and tension on the left side of my back, of my leg, and working at Valvoline, they wanted me to I had to bend down, lift cars, remove tires. So I was working that job, and I probably didn't knew that I could have had some symptoms beginning to happen of this, but I didn't. Like I said, I didn't took X-ray after the accident, so I got nothing to compare with, and that is a problem here, because if I had at least some kind of X-ray done on my back after the accident, I probably could find out what's the could have compared against this, but I don't have that, and I never went to a doctor for the sciatica problems on my right leg. And as I said, they went away with exercise. So who knows how long I could have had this, and you know, uh, I just decided to tough it out, and just continue on. So the lesson here is like when you feel like you need um, to tough it out, go and check yourself. You never know how you're going to be dealing with. Not going to a doctor for after the car accident was a bad thing that I did, and I think I should have gone to a doctor. Um, so yeah, as I said before, wrestling is on a hiatus right now. Um, I'll be contacting the promoter for the show that I'm booked on in July. I'm going to probably be canceling that show, and I hope that physical therapy helps if I need to get surgery. I'll be out for a while, but not sure if I'm going to get back in the ring again. We'll see about that. If it's possible, I will do it. If not, I will just try to look into other aspects. There are other aspects to doing wrestling. I don't need to be wrestling, and I began refereeing matches, working as a ref for some promotions, and I enjoy that. So working as a ref might be something that I will still be able to do afterwards, and having spent time in the ring, that will make me a good ref, and that will give me an alternative. And I love working as a ref. Um, it's fun, and I'm aware of. I take care of my wrestler when I'm in the ring. I'm in there. I'm asking them questions all the time, watching them. So there are other work jobs in wrestling that I can do. Maybe I will entertain myself watching wrestling and commenting on reviewing episodes of wrestling. Cause why not? And it should be fun. Doing that. Anyway, that's it for now. Peace out, and we'll see how things go from here. I mean, I am trying to keep myself smiling because there's no other way I can go through this. So, yeah, that's all.